Hello, my name is Joseph Stair. I will be interviewing Noah Louie today. So, first off, tell me a little bit about yourself, just some background information.
Well, I'm Noah. I play hockey for Snow King Junior Thunderbirds, 18U AA. I'm currently a senior at O'Day. Yeah.
Well, and you touched on hockey already, but what's your background in the sport of hockey? Going back, when did you get started?
I started skating when I was 4 years old. My dad played juniors and got drafted to the NHL. My mom played women's gold for Team Canada, and my uncle got drafted as well. So it's kind of always been a hockey family. Growing up, I never really liked it a ton, but over time, I kind of grew into the sport and kind of saw that this is my passion. It's something I have a good skill at.
Alrighty, and that goes perfectly into the next question. What influenced you to get into this sport? Obviously, you just said your parents. Was there something else, maybe a moment in hockey where like, oh yeah, this is my sport, I want to keep playing this? Or was it mainly just your parents and that hockey that was honestly just kind of bred into you?
I think it's kind of a mix of both. My parents played a big role into hockey for me because I was kind of forced to play. I was kind of forced to ice skate when I didn't really want to. But it's also kind of the memories and the friends that come along with it. Like my friends back from when I was 8 years old to now 18 years old, they're still friends that I'm like really close with and I have great relationships with. And it's just the sport's a way to get out there and have fun, but also have good like relationships with my teammates and like my best friends. And I think that's kind of why I've stuck with the sport for so long.
So you think that those relationships that you build, those friendships, maybe the competitiveness part of hockey as well, it's that drive to make you continue playing or get you to continue playing?
Yeah, I think that the friends motivate me to keep playing, and it's a good sport in my opinion. Like it's a great way for me to not be at school, not to think about it, and just go and have fun and be able to skate and do something that I love to do. So.
Awesome. And then throughout the sport of hockey, you played a long time, obviously. Have you learned any really valuable lessons or gained any tools from the sport that not only help you in the sport, but also outside of it?
I think there's a couple. I mean, dealing with like a high stress situation when the game's coming down to the end, it's like you're down by one and there's like a minute left. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, not caving under pressure is something that I've really learned throughout the sport over the years. But I also think I've learned things like you got to be able to stay positive. Like, you can't just be negative on the bench because it brings everyone else down. And I feel like that translates into my everyday life. Not bringing people down around me because it doesn't make the area around you any good and everyone's all negative and it's like you're not really getting anywhere. So I think one big lesson for me is just staying positive no matter what I'm doing.
So that's really cool to hear. So you think it's positively influenced your character just as a human being?
Yeah, I think that obviously there's other things that have helped me grow as a person over the time, but hockey is one of those things that can keep me positive.
Awesome. And then a little bit different of a question. As a captain of the team, do you feel you have influenced others in a positive way, whether that be your teammates, coaches, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, this is my second year playing for this coach because I switched associations, but I think as a captain, I have a couple younger kids on the team, and they're two of them at least really do look up to me to make them better and everyone else around better. So I feel like as a captain, my positivity and my time has really helped the other kids improve, but also like get better attitudes.
Awesome. And then are there certain tactics that you use or do to show your leadership on the team, whether it be the actions you do, maybe verbally telling them stuff to do? What are some of those specific things that you do to make sure they see you as the captain?
I mean, obviously wearing the C on your jersey says you're the captain, but I think there's other ways that leadership is shown throughout the team. Just because you have a letter doesn't mean you're a captain or you're a leader or not. So one thing for me is the letter didn't really matter if I had it or not. It was through my actions, being like helping them when they mess up a play, like just being say, hey, like take your time, remember this, like you're good. It's just let's make the simple plays out and let's do good. I think it also kind of comes down to you're not always gonna have a letter, but you can still always be a leader. and it's just through the actions you show and the way you show the actions. I'm not putting them down. I'm bringing them up, and I'm still helping them improve. And I think that's what shows leadership.
Awesome. And then you've already touched on a lot of the relationships that you build and what they mean to you. But do you see them as lifelong relationships and connections?
Yeah, I see them as lifelong relationships. Obviously, I've been friends with a lot of them for my whole life. Since I've started playing the sport, I made more as I go up in age and through the age groups of hockey. And I think that for the most part, it's really strengthened my character and has brought me a lot of close friends. So.
And then what are some obstacles that you have had to experience, such as the injury that you just experienced, your hamstring? And how have you been able to overcome them?
Yeah, I think it's really tough. I mean, I've been injured. I've had a big injury for the past 3 years. The first year I broke my leg. Second year I tore my IT band, and this year it's my hamstring. I was out for quite a while the first year, and I mean it sucked because I was still wearing a letter. I still had people look up to me. I think the biggest way to overcome those obstacles of being injured is still showing up and being on the bench and bringing your teammates up even though you can't participate. Um, like for me recently, over the past 3 weeks, I haven't been on the ice because of my hamstring. It's been making sure I'm on the bench, making sure I'm still positive, make sure I'm bringing my teammates up and still supporting them even though I can't be out there. That obstacle, I mean, it sucks for all athletes, but it's something over time that you come to the conclusion that you have to be okay with, and you still have to be there for your teammates and honestly your friends at the same time. You have to be there to support them and make sure they're doing their best.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, in the moment, injury sucks. But looking back on it, do you think you learned some important lessons and it actually maybe helped you in hockey, maybe be grateful or just some things that it might have benefited you to have those injuries?
Yeah, I think that obviously all injuries suck in the moment. You never really want to be injured when you could be out there skating, right? But I think most recently with this hamstring, I really kind of learned who I am on and off the ice, and I'm just always being there for my teammates, and that's something that I feel like my character has grown over the years. I'm still showing up, and I'm still being supportive when I need to be.
Awesome. And then concluding on these last few questions, looking forward, what is your big goal in hockey? Do you see yourself going to the next level in hockey, or do you see it as I'm going to use these things that I learned to make me successful in any other aspect of life?
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm really looking forward to go playing hockey in college. I'm still looking at where I would want to go, but I think for the most part, hockey is just one of those things that have shown me so many life lessons and stuff that I'm gonna carry on no matter where I go or what I do. Um, and it's just step by step for me right now.
Awesome. And then after your hockey career is over, how do you want to be remembered from not necessarily as just a player, but also a person, from the coaches that you've been coached by, your teammates that you made a relationship with, maybe opponents, and just all like overall other. Maybe it is a good player, or maybe it is just a nice person or leader. What is that big thing you want to accomplish?
Yeah, so when my time is done with hockey, I kind of want to be remembered as someone that was there for my teammates, always being there supportive, but also someone that contributed on and off the ice. Obviously, I've contributed more off the ice as the season started because I haven't been playing with injuries, but I'm excited to get back out there this weekend, and I kind of do want to. I know that people will remember me as someone that shows up when they need it, if it's on the ice or off the ice, but also just being an overall person that's caring and supportive all the time about my teammates and friends.
Awesome. No, well, I really appreciate you doing this interview with me, and look forward to talking with you about this again. Thank you.